Attention restoration theory, an intervention. Attention restoration theory is the idea that restorative or natural environments can improve attention, concentration, and focus. To better understand this theory, let's look at the history. In 1892, William James discussed the concept of two types of attention, voluntary and involuntary attention. In the 1980s, Rachel and Stephen Kaplan were inspired by James's concept of attention. They called voluntary attention directed attention and involuntary attention fascination. They coined the term attention restoration theory in their 1989 book, The Experience of Nature, A Psychological Perspective. Directed attention requires conscious effort and can therefore become fatigued with prolonged, intense mental effort. Restorative environments are those that are inherently fascinating and hold a person's attention without effort. This allows directed attention to rest and recover from fatigue. So what does the literature say? Kaplan defined 4 criteria that an environment needed to meet to be restorative, and found that nature, or a natural environment, meets these criteria more easily than other environments. A study by Berto in 2005 found that just viewing photos of restorative environments is enough to improve directed attention, and also that 10 minutes of viewing these photos showed a significant improvement in the test scores. She also found that of photos of nature, urban areas, and geometric patterns, only the nature photos led to improved attention. Another study in 2008 found that both walking through a park and viewing photos of natural environments improved directed attention. They found that walking through a downtown area and viewing urban photos did not. And finally, in 2009, another study had students rate which environments they perceived to be more restorative, and found that both real and simulated natural environments were thought to be the most restorative environments. The literature indicates that natural environments restore directed attention, and both urban environments and photos of geometric patterns do not. The results have also shown that photos of nature can be used to restore attention, and simulated natural environments are perceived to have restorative effects. This indicates that use of photos and murals might be a good alternative to help with attention restoration when a natural environment is not easily accessible. To discuss implications of using attention restoration theory as an intervention, let's talk about some of the consequences of directed attention fatigue and why an intervention may be necessary. Directed attention is fundamental to thinking, problem-solving, and decision-making through the capacity of selective attention. Attention is also central to ignoring distractions, and directed attention fatigue can cause irritability. Directed attention fatigue can result in serious consequences. It is thought that this fatigue is involved in many major accidents. As an intervention for directed attention fatigue, attention restoration theory may be a useful strategy to use during the workday, as it's easily accessible and has no known side effects. Some possible workplace solutions include having murals or photos of nature on the walls, providing easy access to photos of nature, having windows looking out into a green space or a natural environment, and having access to a natural environment in or near the workplace. Now let's try applying attention restoration theory to Sherry. Sherry is an occupational therapist who works in a hospital. She has been asked to complete a project for her manager. She has been trying to get the work done on the project between seeing patients. After lunch one day, she dedicated a couple of hours to get some work done on it. About an hour in, she was feeling quite drained and mentally fatigued. She noticed she was having difficulty paying attention to the project and found that her colleagues and her environmental surroundings were more easily distracting her. She noticed that because of this lack of attention, she was having difficulty getting any work done. Sherry remembered reading an article about attention restoration theory earlier in the week. She figured it couldn't hurt to go take a 10-minute break outside, where the hospital had a grassy garden area. She spent 10 minutes outside in the garden area, letting the natural environment of the flowers, trees, and sounds of birds hold her attention. After the 10-minute break, Sherry returned to her desk feeling refreshed. She found that she was able to concentrate much better than prior to the break, and she felt much more productive. If you'd like more information on attention restoration theory, a list of the key references used in this presentation are provided below.